Okay, so for this paragraph, what contrast is the writer making between vague and specific complements? So contrast basically means the comparison. So this comparison must be like directly complementary each other. What is the comparison that the writer is making between vague and specific complements? Okay, let's pick out what is the clues inside. Okay, so vague compliments are usually ineffective. You may not think twice about saying good job to a friend or peer, but the statement does not contain much useful information. So as you can see, vague compliments does not contain much useful information. Okay, a person who is told that he or she doing well would want to know uh, what exactly was done well. So this one would be about specific. Okay, know what was exactly done well. This is the specific one. So that's why I'm using a different color in green rather than have to make assumption. So vague compliments, actually you make assumption. Okay, tossing around generic phrase might be fine for interaction with acquaintances, but in professional settings it can seem shallow or superficial. So which one is shallow or superficial? Again, this would be for vague compliments. So when you're writing the answer, please make sure that the sentence structure must be correct. Okay, sentence structure must be correct. So vague compliments, does or do not. Let's continue. Vague compliments does not or vague compliments do not. Vague compliments does not or do not. Do not. Right? Vague compliments do not contain much useful information. But specific compliments, what do? You must be direct. Do not contain, vague compliments do not contain much useful information. So specific compliments, what do? Contain useful information. Okay, so this is one possible answer. What is another possible answer? What is one specific answer? Can you continue writing first? Specific compliments actually tell the I'm trying to, yeah, you can write both. Recipient what exactly was done well. Whereas, what about vague compliments? Do they tell the recipient what was done well? No. How would you phrase it? They actually let the recipient make assumptions. Do you see that here? Make assumption. So, they do not. They let or require the recipient to make assumptions. So can you see that it's clearly a comparison? Let's do one more. Let's do one more. All right. So, weak complements is or are? Are, because complements is plural. Okay, are shallow or superficial. So, specific complements, what are they like? Can you tell me what is the direct contrast? Specific complement, what is not shallow or not superficial? Yes, sincere. So can you see that? Can you see that it must be a very clear contrast? Is this word sincere inside this paragraph? Inside this specific paragraph, it's not. So you actually need to think, what is not shallow? What is not superficial? So one question might be on your mind is, can I use not shallow or not superficial if I cannot come up with the word sincere? I would think that it will still be accepted because there is a clear contrast. But of course, you can come up with the word sincere, it will be much, much better. All right? So besides giving specific compliments, these are the two things a person can do when praising someone. You should be looking at paragraph 6 and paragraph 7. Okay? So, other than giving specific compliments, what can you do? What is the advice given? First would be to take direct the attention towards the person exclusively. Another advice given, take yourself out of the wording used. Another thing that a person can do when praising someone would be following up the compliment with a question. Now, did you notice that I did not highlight any examples? It's not just copying, you are writing the answers that directly answer the question. In paragraph 7 would be to call the person by name. Now, how many are you supposed to write? You're supposed to write 2. But here I've highlighted 4. Which one am I supposed to choose? Okay, so that might be a question that is in your mind. Can I ask you to consider this direct attention towards the recipient exclusively and take yourself out of the wording you use? Are these the same point? Are these the same point? Direct attention towards the recipient, take yourself out of the wording. Are these the same point? Yes, they are. They are the same point. So if you want to write 2 other things a person can do, would you want to write the same thing? You don't want to write the same thing. So you write something that are 2 different things. So what are the 2 different things? Yes, you can use calling a person's name, and then you can write another one which is direct the attention towards the recipient exclusively. All right, so how would you answer the question? Okay, this would be direct attention towards the recipient exclusively. That will be one answer. What is a same answer? Same point or similar point? Would be take yourself out of the wording you use. That would be the same point. So if you were to write the part 2 answer, take yourself out of the wording you use, you will only get 1 mark. So what is another one? Follow up your compliment with a question. And if you want to write, you only write how many answers? Do you write 3? Do you write 3 or do you write 2? You write 3 or you write 2? 2, because the question asks 2. You don't write extra. But another unacceptable answer would be using a person's name. So another acceptable answer will be call the person's name. Okay? So this is how you do this type of question, right? You need to find the answer in the passage itself. Find the clues.